welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my first video I'm making, just because I just decided to start a YouTube channel. So I decided that my first video should be a couple of questions, getting to know me. I'm gonna look right here down below because I have the questions listed. My first question is, what is your name? My name is Coco. How old are you and your star sign? I am 21 years old and my star sign is a Capricorn, which makes me born in January. How tall am I? I am approximately 170 centimeters, sorry, not meters, 170 centimeters tall. What eye color and hair color do I have? My eye color is actually the same as my hair color, both brown, but during certain times of the year, my hair can get so dark that it actually looks to some people like it's black. So sometimes people go, oh, your hair's black, like my hair color looks black, and it's actually brown. Am I an only child? Yes, I am. I have no siblings. My parents got together a long time ago and had me. And when I was only like a few months old, I don't even think I was like 6 months old. I'm not even sure if I even got to 6 months old. I'm not 100% sure. They split up and they never had any other children with anyone else. Where do I come from? Well, I was born in a town just outside of London, in the suburbs of London, but it's easy if I just say London because very few people know the town. Why do I want to start a YouTube channel? I actually wanted to start a YouTube channel for quite a while, a couple of years actually, but I never had the confidence to because I didn't want people to judge. And after long debating and long thinking about it and looking at other YouTubers and other YouTubers' advice on how to start a YouTube channel, I decided it would be a good idea to do so because I wanted to be able to express myself and talk about things that I've been through. Even though I'm only 21, I want to talk about things that I have been through in life that could maybe help other people so that they don't make the same mistakes I did growing up. And I just want to be able to like express my opinions and give advice and express myself is the main way I'm thinking. What is my favorite color? My favorite color? I actually don't have one. I really like pretty much all colors. There's only a certain shades of green, yellow and orange that I don't like. But other than that, I really do like most colors. I always say I just think that maybe one color doesn't suit me, but it suits someone else. So it really depends on the situation. When I was young, what did I want to be? Actually, when I was young, and I know this might be hard to believe, but I actually wanted to be everything. Like my parents would ask me my whole life, what do you want to be? And I would say a police officer, be part of the fire brigade, be a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a shop assistant. I wanted to be everything. I don't think there was many things that I actually didn't say I wanted to be as a child. Even a psychologist, I said at some point in my life. And as of right now, I actually don't even know what I want to be. I'm still deciding. I think it's my right to take my time to do that because I want to find a job that I love than find a job that I'm forced to be in. What is a few of my favorite movies? I have so many favorite movies, which is why I changed the question from one of my favorite movies at the beginning when I first read it to a few because of how many I like. Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. I've loved it since the time I could start watching it. Harry Potter came out many years ago, but ever since I could start watching it, I have been obsessed. I have watched it 1,000 times over, and I still can go back and go, I'm going to watch every one of the Harry Potter movies and be just as excited as I watched it at the very beginning. On top of that, Avengers, I know has come out quite recently, but I have watched every single Avengers, and as well as Thor itself, Captain America, Hulk, Ant-Man, Black Panther, like every single movie, not just the Avengers, every single movie that has come along with them, I have watched and I just love them all. It's like fantastic. And finally, The Hunger Games also just came out and just blew my mind. It was fantastic. I loved how it was made. I loved the actors and how they portrayed themselves. There's actually one more set of movies that just came to mind when I said The Hunger Games, was Divergent, Insurgent, and the last movie, which I have forgotten the name of. They were fantastic. I loved them to death. They were so good. And like I said, all of these movies that I said, The Hunger Games, Divergent, Insurgent, Harry Potter, Avengers, all of the Avengers movies, plus the original movies like Captain America, Thor, all of them I can watch over and over again and never get bored. What is a few of my favorite TV series? Again, just like the movies, I have so many favorite TV series, but I'm again just gonna list a few. Teen Wolf, I have watched, I don't even know how many times. I've watched the whole thing so many times. Shadowhunters was fantastic. The Blacklist I've just started and it is so intriguing, so entertaining, and you can watch it non-stop. NCIS Los Angeles and Hawaii Five-0 are both very similar, that they're police shows, but I've loved them since the beginning. The moment I started watching them, I became immediately addicted, and they are just so good. And finally, MacGyver, the latest one, not the original one. There's two of them. There's MacGyver from, I think, 1980 or 1990, I'm not sure. And then there's the latest one with Lucas, who is the main character. His real name is Lucas. I can't remember his last name. And I watched all 4 seasons in 2 days because they were so good, and also because we're in pandemic. As I had nothing else to do during that 2 days of pandemic, I managed to watch 4 seasons of MacGyver, and I cannot wait for the next episode to come out. My favorite artist / singer. Now, there's a lot, so I'm just gonna list them out for you. At this point, I'm gonna read because there's just so many, I had to write them down. Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, One Direction, I've loved since day they were on X Factor. Every one of their songs I have listened to over and over and over again. I cannot even explain. Little Mix, Charlie Puth, Ed Sheeran, Avicii, who some of the most fantastic music, and may he rest in peace, Adele, The Vamps, 5 Seconds of Summer, Eminem, and Jason Derulo. And let me say this again, this is only a few of my favorite artists and a few of your favorite meals. The first one, you gotta love a good Christmas dinner. Christmas dinner is so good. Not just the food, but the fact that you get to spend time with your family. It's a holiday event, everyone's at home, families fly in from all around the world to see you. Friends come over if they can, and you just get to spend time with your loved ones. It's not just about the food or the presents, it's the fact that you get to appreciate and enjoy holiday and family and friends. And that could also be said for New Year's, even though it's not a meal. You get that time with your family and friends that you really do need to appreciate. Is fondue. It is a Swiss food. It is basically cheese in a hot stove, and you just mix bread into it, and it's so good. It can also be meat. There's different types of cheese, by the way. There's the spicy cheese, which is quite spicy. There's a tomato version of fondue. There's the original, and then there's also mushroom as well. Some fantastic. Also raclette, which is, instead of having the cheese in a hot mixture, you get potato and then you put the cheese onto a grill, and the cheese cooks under a heater. They scrape it off onto the potatoes and you eat it, and you can have as many rounds as you want. Like the kitchens in a restaurant, they have someone serving it. Ask for raclette, they come with the potatoes. Then they'll go around and take your plate, they'll scrape some cheese on it, bring it back, and you eat. Once you've eaten the first, you take another potato, and they come back and take your plate away to give you more cheese, and they keep doing that for as long as you want to eat. My final favorite meal is quite simple, but honestly divine, especially in Italy. Both pasta bolognese and pizza. And I love when the pizza's made just right. and the pasta bolognese is heaven. Next question. Where do you want to go on holiday? I actually have 3 countries that I really want to go on holiday to. Quite far from actually where I live. One is the USA. Second is New Zealand. And the third is Australia. I've always wanted to visit these places since I can remember, just because of the interest, different cultures, life experiences, seeing new things, making new friends, meeting new people, and experiencing different people's ways of life and understanding different things. I've always loved traveling and meeting new people and experiencing new things. I think that's what makes part of being in the world so enjoyable, especially when you go to these places with people you care about, or if you visit people you care about and then meet new people, of course. Next question. Favorite places I have ever been to? There's actually 3. When I was a kid, I think I was like 8, my mother took me to the Dominican Republic / Haiti for a couple of weeks, where we spent holiday over the summer. It's always been one of my favorite holidays. I still remember it to this day, and I'm 21 years old right now. Still remember parts of that holiday. It was so much fun, and I'm always grateful for that holiday. My next favorite holiday is when I went to Jamaica in 2017. It was, again, one of the best holidays I've ever been to. It was also with my mum. It was so much fun. We went with my mother, me, and 2 other friends, and I enjoyed the holiday so much. It was a breath of fresh air, so much fun, and I look at the pictures and I just want to go back there. The next holiday that I really remember and enjoyed so much was my holiday with my father to Thailand. I got my diving permits, I got my diving certificates, I stayed in some of the most luxurious hotels, saw different parts of Thailand. We rented a car, did shopping. The main thing I think I really liked the most is that I experienced so much of a different culture. While I was there, I saw how even though it would torrential rain, not even joking, torrential raining, and it would still be super hot. It would be humid. And then not just that, I experienced the culture of people. We went to massages every day, and I met these people who massaged us, and they were so good at their job, so skilled and super nice. And every time we walked down the street, they would always say hi, they would always greet us. Every time we'd walk past the same massage place, it would always be a conversation of, oh, are you coming back today? How are you? Like, super nice people. When we went into the main section, because the first section we were on islands, we went out to a few islands at the beginning, and then we went back into the main section of Thailand, and you saw how there was monkeys sitting in bicycle bag areas, and it would be hot, super warm, and people would be driving down the streets in these kind of taxis that have no windows, no seatbelts, kind of like bicycle taxis. That's the best way to put it. I don't quite remember the name of the taxis. Excuse me to anyone who's watching this who knows exactly what they're called, or if you're from Asia. I don't mean to offend, I just completely forgot the names. But they were fantastic. It was super warm. You got everywhere super fast. We went to different places in Thailand and met the people, and the people were just phenomenal. They were some of the nicest people I've ever met. So down to earth, appreciated everything they had. Just like Jamaica, and I'm going to add that in as well. Jamaica, when I went to Jamaica with my mother, the people I met there, honestly, they really appreciated everything they had. They didn't take for granted what they had. They didn't complain about it. They just really appreciated what they had. And that's something I really appreciated learning, because it's very hard to learn that in certain parts of the world, because you never know how it feels to live in someone else's shoes unless you've been there. Favorite sports. Now this is fun. My first favorite sport is actually something I like to call self-defense. For example, jiu-jitsu or karate. I love self-defense because I always think it's good that everyone should learn to defend themselves if they need to. Not to hurt someone, but to need to. And it's also kind of fun because then you know how to defend yourself. You meet new people, you make new friends, and you learn a new skill. And it's always good to learn a new skill. Also, I've always loved horse riding. I started horse riding when I was like 11, maybe a bit younger, 9, and I've always enjoyed it. I always have enjoyed being in nature, like riding horses, being with animals. My grandparents had a dog, my auntie had a dog. We want to get a dog where we live now, and I've always loved animals. Horses, I love to death. I love spending time with them, riding them, getting that connection. It's just like nothing else, in my opinion. Dancing, especially when you dance with your friends for fun and you let loose. I don't know if you can really count that as a sport, but I really love doing that. But another sport that you can count is swimming. I love going to like the swimming pool and the saunas and all that, and the jacuzzis, and getting in the pool and just relaxing, and also doing some exercise in the swimming pool, but also being able to just take the time to just not stress and breathe. It's always a good relaxation for me. And finally, another one I really like is hiking. But what I mean by hiking is I don't like stressful hiking. I like slow, measureful, not stressful, not running, exhausting hikes. I like a slow, steady pace of a hike. The prize you get at the end, the views. Every time you go on a hike up the mountain or somewhere, you get these immaculate views of scenery, different mountaintops, different rivers, different viewpoints, and it's always just amazing to see. What do I do in my free time? In my free time, I actually like to do quite a few things. Mainly listen to music, watch TV, relax, talk to and meet my friends and family, do some sport, maybe go to a club once in a while, or have a family dinner or a get together at a friend's house, or if they come to mine. Just do things that are non-stressful and really relaxing. And if I need to, and only if I need to, is to do some work that I need to do, that I need to catch up on. But mainly I try and relax, take that time to myself and relax to get ready for the week that's coming ahead. Do you have any tattoos? And do you want more? I do have a tattoo on my ribcage, just under the bra line, like underneath the bra strap, so you can't see it if I have a bra on or if I have any clothes on. And yes, I do want, I think, 2 more tattoos in the same place on my ribcage. Do you have any piercings? And do you want more? Yes, I do have piercings. I have 8 in total. I have 1 belly button piercing, 3 helix piercings in my left ear, 2 lobe piercings in my left ear, and 2 lobe piercings in my right ear. And as of right now, I'm not really sure if I want any more piercings. I think I will wait, and if I want any more piercings, I will make sure that I'm sure that I want them before I get them. What makes me really mad? It is quite difficult to make me mad, especially to make me extremely mad, but there are a few things that do make me mad, and I'm just going to read them to you. When I care about my friends and I know they can do so much better for themselves, my care for them can sometimes come across as angry. And so sometimes, like, when I'm trying to say, look, I'm here for you, I want to be here for you, but you need to listen to me, and I'm trying to give them advice, sometimes it comes off as a little bit angry when I'm just trying to help and I don't mean to hurt their feelings. The next things that make me angry, I'm just going to read these. Racism, sexism, homophobia, ageism, disrespect to people who are disabled. I cannot deal with that. Violence towards someone who cannot defend themselves. For example, a baby, an elderly person, a person disabled, the whole list. To be quite honest, you shouldn't attack someone unless they're a danger to someone, or unless they're trying to kill themselves. If someone is trying to self-harm themselves and put themselves in danger, and you have to physically attack them to the ground to stop them from hurting themselves, that's one thing. If you're play fighting, like as a friend, I'm not like, that's a different thing. Like nudging each other, and like if you're in self-defense class, like if you're in jiu-jitsu or karate class, that's a different thing. But if you attack someone without provocation, that is not okay. If you're attacking someone to defend someone or yourself, that's a completely different thing. Also, if you have lack of respect and equality, it makes me really angry, because I think everyone deserves respect and equality. People not seeing where I come from. So like when I'm trying to explain something, or if I'm angry or upset and people are just saying you're not listening, or they're not seeing my point of view, it does upset me and can make me a bit annoyed with them, because I feel like, aren't they listening when they actually are? It's not them not listening to me, it's sometimes me not listening to them. I'm not saying it's not the other way around. I'm not saying that they don't listen to me either sometimes. Sometimes there are people who don't listen to me either. But I also know that sometimes I don't always listen to them. So it's a give and a take. And finally, the one thing that really does annoy me is when people tell me off in public. And that is just because, one, no one that likes being told off in front of their peers. But also I find it a bit embarrassing, and that just makes me annoyed because, not because they told me off. I don't get annoyed because they told me off, because maybe it is my fault. If I do something wrong, then I do need to be told off. But I just get annoyed, I guess you can say, when someone does it in public, because it kind of demeans you and embarrasses you, and I really don't like that. I always think it's best, if you have something to say to someone, don't embarrass them. Don't make them feel uncomfortable. Take them aside and tell them. But I do get it. If someone keeps doing it over and over again, 1,000 times over, sometimes you don't have an option but to tell them off in front of people. I do understand that. Now, that concludes all the questions for this video. And I just realized there's a huge shadow behind me, and I just realized I forgot to turn on the overhead lights when I first started filming, so I'm sorry if it looks a little bit unclear. Thank you for watching this video. I will be posting every week on Sunday. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and a subscribe. Also, if you have any ideas for a video that you wish for me to film, leave a comment below. Take care, stay safe, and I wish you love and happiness. See you in the next video.